The world is changing fast, and with it, so are the skills needed to succeed. Coding has become the new literacy of the 21st century, and that means, in the same way reading and writing were once the key skills for success, coding has now become an essential skill for both now and the future. And with technology constantly advancing, there has never been a better time for kids to start learning. In this video, we will show you what you need to do to get your child started on their coding journey, the resources you need, and where you can start. So smash that like button and let's get into it. At this point, I believe you are aware of what coding is and its benefits. But for the sake of those of you that don't know, coding is the process of giving instructions to a computer in a language it understands. For example, the same way we all have a local dialect that we understand is the same way a computer has a particular language it understands. And to be able to learn, communicate, and give a computer instructions in its language is what we call coding. Learning a skill like coding will enable kids to do amazing things like creating their own apps, games, animations, websites, and much more. And some major benefits of learning to code is that it will help your child develop skills such as critical thinking and problem-solving abilities, which will help them throughout their lifetime. To get your kids started on their coding journey, you will need to choose the right programming languages for your child first. So here are 4 top programming languages that kids can start learning in 2023. Number 1, Scratch. Scratch is a very popular programming language for kids. It is a great language for beginners because it uses a virtual block-based interface that basically requires kids to drag and drop their blocks of instructions instead of typing lines of code, and it is super easy to understand. Scratch is also incredibly flexible. It allows kids to create virtually any type of project that they can imagine. Whether they want to tell a story, create a simple game, or create a complex multiplayer, multi-stage game, Scratch provides the tools they'll need to bring their ideas to life. Kids starting with Scratch will come to learn about basic coding concepts like algorithm, loops, sequence, and much more. Even though Scratch was designed for kids aged 4 to 10 in mind, anybody, no matter their age, can start using Scratch to learn how to code. Number 2, Codla. Codla is another amazing block-based programming language used for building Android applications. We recommend it for older kids from age 9 and above. Using Codla, your kids will learn to design and create real Android applications in fun and easy way. But the best part, it is open source, so kids can share their creation with family, friends, and others. Plus, they can even collaborate with others on certain projects. That's not all. They also offer pre-built templates and designs for kids to use as example, an inbuilt emulator to test their apps, and a comprehensive documentation library and community forum for support and resources. It is the complete package, like having their very own mini tech company. So whether your child wants to create the next big app or just have some fun experimenting with coding, Codla is the perfect tool to get them started, and your kids will be coding pros in no time. Number 3, Python. We usually recommend this language for kids age 10 and above. Python is a text-based programming language that is widely used in the tech industry, and let me tell you, it's a pretty big deal. But don't let the word text-based scare you off. It's actually super easy to learn, even for kids. One of the coolest things about Python is that it is used for a wide variety of projects, from web development to game design to data analysis and much more. So no matter what your child is interested in, there is a chance they can create something really cool with Python. Python has a ton of libraries and modules that make coding even easier. For example, Pygame library allows kids to create their own games with just a few lines of code. How cool is that? Number 4, HTML and CSS. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. While technically not a programming language, without HTML, there would be no websites. HTML is used to create different components of a web page like text, buttons, links, and much more. While CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, it's a style sheet language used to style these different elements in terms of font, color, position, elements, and much more. And it generally makes the web page look more beautiful and clear. For kids who are interested in web design and development, HTML and CSS are actually very compulsory. All they need to start is a text editor and a web browser, which most kids already have access to on their computers. They can start by creating simple web pages and then gradually adding more complex elements like images, videos, and links. HTML is a great language for fostering creativity and self-expression. Kids can design their own websites, showcase their hobbies, interests, and even share their creations with friends and families. Plus, learning HTML can open a future career opportunity in web designing and development. So if you're looking for a fun and creative way to introduce your kids to web designing, HTML and CSS are your starting points. Who knows, your child might become the next web design superstar. There you have it, folks, the top 4 languages we recommend for kids and teens to start learning in 2023. Now that we've covered that, the next step you need to take is to find the right sources where your child can learn and practice the language that they have chosen. If you're curious as to how and where, let's talk about it. Here are some reliable and practical sources for parents who want their kids to start learning coding. First on our list, we have YouTube. YouTube is a goldmine for parents who want their kids to start learning how to code. There are so many channels to choose from, but for starters, you can check out channels like Coding with Kids and Scratch Gardens. They use funny animation and interactive lessons to make learning how to code so engaging and entertaining. Whether you're looking to teach your child a specific coding language or you just want to introduce them to the world of coding as a whole, YouTube is a perfect resource to get your child started. Just be prepared. When your kids start using their skills to create mind-blowing tech, you may need to start charging them for tech support. Number 2, books. Books are an excellent way to introduce new concepts and new ideas to kids in a fun and engaging way. They can provide a structured approach to learning how to code, which is very important for kids who are just starting out. A lot of coding books for kids come with activities, puzzles, and challenges that help reinforce the concepts that they are learning. Plus, books can be a great way to keep kids engaged and entertained for a long period of time. You can try out some coding books like Coding Games with Scratch by John Woodcock, Python for Kids by Jason R. Briggs, and much more. By using a combination of colorful illustrations, engaging stories, and humorous characters, coding books can make learning fun and exciting. Number 3, pre-recorded self-paced video courses. Video courses are now a very popular way for kids to learn coding. One major advantage is that kids can watch and rewatch video courses at their own pace as much as they want. There are many video course resources available for kids. Some courses are designed for kids as young as 5 and are very interactive, just like the cartoons they love to watch. While some courses are broken down into steps and are extremely practical, so your child will have to work along with it as though they were in a classroom. Now, this all depends on the age of the child, so we always advise that you go with something age appropriate. Ninja Code Kids Academy has a series of age-appropriate self-paced video courses for kids within the ages of 4 to 16, 7 to 10, and 9 to 16. And we recommend that you check them out by clicking the link in the description below. Lastly, enroll your kids in coding bootcamps. If you're looking for a fun, structured, and interactive approach to learning coding, then coding bootcamps are your best bet. Plus, you have the option of either attending an offline or online camp, whichever is more convenient for you and your family. For instance, coding boot camps like Ninja Code Kids offer offline programs for kids as young as 4 years old to start learning how to create simple animations using block-based programs like Scratch. As they advance, they can gradually move on to higher level languages like Python and HTML. However, if you prefer something more flexible, we also have the option of online coding camps for kids aged 7 to 16. Your child can choose to join a group class with other students to learn teamwork and interact with their peers. Alternatively, they can choose to have a private class if they learn better with a personal instructor. Either way, enrolling a child in a coding bootcamp is the best way to start them off on their coding journey. This way, they will have someone accountable, hold their hands, and guide them every step of the way. At Naija Code Kids Academy, we are more than happy to help your child have a smooth ride on their coding journey as you prepare them for success in this tech-dominated era. If you're interested in any of our programs, both offline and online, there is a link in the description below. Click it and check them out. In conclusion, giving your kids coding skills while they are still young will open a world of opportunities for them as they get older. As our world is gradually becoming more digitalized every day, we need to take steps to make sure that our kids are ready with all the right skills they need to adapt in this new era. The first step you can take is introducing them to coding in 2023. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video on teaching kids coding in 2023. We have talked about the various programming languages your kids and teens can start learning, as well as where they can start and the resources they will need to get started. We hope this video has been very helpful to you. If it has, please give it a like, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Bye!